Mrs. Martin, and I'm part of the Visual Arts Department here at St. X. This is year 22 for me at St. X, and year 26 in teaching total, hard to believe. Your son and you are enrolled in Visual Art Studio. And if you have somewhere along the line taken the course Introduction to Art, it is the same course. This year we were asked by those who look at transcripts, like colleges and all, to rename that course. And so if you have had Introduction to Art, then you don't need to take this Visual Art Studio class. So if you are somebody who's had the Intro to Art, I would suggest getting in touch with Mr. White or your counselor or both to get a schedule change and possibly get you into another art class from there that you would like to take, all right? For our visual art class together, and because of the wonderful pandemic, many items, some basic items we are going to give to you that will be sort of things you'll use daily or intermittently, so that you have your own cooties on it. It's not going to be shared consumables. Certain things we will share and clean and sterilize after each period, things like scissors, X-Acto blades, brushes, etc. But some of the core items that you need to have with you each day, we're going to provide you with those, all right? Each one of you is going to get a baggie, a Ziploc baggie. It's going to have your name on it. It's got a handle so you can carry it, and some basic stuff like a ruler, a 12-pack of colored pencils for color designing. There's going to be some regular basic pencils for drawing and creating. We have 2 Sharpies. These are twin tip Sharpies so that they're bold on one end and ultra fine on the other for details. All right. For sharpening, I found out last spring that several guys didn't have access to like a pencil sharpener at home. So should we have to be at home, you've got access to that. Glue stick, nice vinyl eraser. And we're going to be looking at creating some shading and values, and so with that comes some special pencils. So these are specific for special value drawings, all right? So you're going to be traveling with this bag, all right, as well as you're going to be provided with a sketchbook, a Pendaflex folder, because I'll be giving some handouts at times or practice handouts. And then some beginning basic paper for some of our first designs this first week, all right? So inside this Pendaflex, you can carry around and tote around because it's wide enough, your sketchbook and the handouts and this, okay? This has got to come back and forth with you. We don't know when Code Red's going to happen, where we're at with the pandemic, so making sure you have some of your base stuff with you, and then when you bring it back to class, you'll be working out of this bag as well, okay? So these are your personal goodies. Tried to keep them as light as possible, kind of compact for you to tuck into your backpack, all right? Other needs. Up on Schoology, you will see there is a course guidelines folder on our homepage. It's going to have some information about our course guidelines, a little contract that you sign. There's even a tool permission form showing my protocol of how we're going to work with X-Acto blades when we have the need for it and how you're going to be trained, but you're not going to be allowed to use those unless a parent signs off on those permissions, all right? Also, following in that same suit, we have our textbook. Yes, there is a textbook need. It is not on MBS. Unfortunately, the publisher doesn't play well with others, and so we have to get our book online. I have provided you with the ISBN number for the book. I have also given you 3 different links that search other websites for the best price for this book, including shipping. And I'm opening the door up to more opportunities as well. This is the 4th edition of the book. And this is the slightly older, 10 year older book, the 3rd edition. So I have put the ISBN number for both the year 2010 and the year 2000 book. The only difference might be a few page number differences, but we can get over that. When you're just told to read a whole chapter, you kind of go through the whole chapter. So I am totally fine with either one of these. There is a bigger price break on the older book, obviously, right? So you shop for what's best for you, whether you want to rent a book from some site, but I've given you 3 links to kind of get you started, okay? It would be ideal that you would have access to your book by the end of the 2nd week of our hybrid schedule, okay? I'm gonna ask that you keep the book at home. One less thing to carry around, right, and weigh down the backpack. Plus, for our back and forth kind of model, we're gonna do more of the chapter reading and handout things at home when we can, so that when you're in the studio, we do as much hands-on stuff as we can, so we can make the most of our time in the studio together. I am really looking forward to being with you all again. So if you have any questions, feel free to get in touch with me via the email or through Schoology itself. All right. So thank you and have a great day.